Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva, and this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with my recap on the Real Housewives of Potomac, the season finale. Well, guys, I watched it. It wasn't bad. It had a lot of jam-packed stuff in it, and some of it kind of, in some ways, broke my heart. So I'll start out and I'll talk about Candice. All last season, everything that happened with Candice, I was team Candice 100%. I was like by her side. I felt like what Monique did to her was wrong. I felt like enough people was not standing by Candice's side. And I was like, come on, no matter what someone say to you, why are you putting your hands on that person? So I was team Candice. Even got into a friendly little, banjo with my friends over Candice. I'm like saying, how could y'all not agree with Candice in this situation? Because a lot of people were on, a lot of my friends, they was on Monique's side. Well, this season, they've been just pinging me after every episode and was like, oh, you still team Candice? And I was hanging in there with her this whole entire season, making excuses for her until last night. I think Candice, she has a lot of growing up to do. And even if you want to be the bad girl on Housewives, you want to fight to keep your job, I still think there's a thin line between, doing just enough to keep your job and then just going overboard. And I think last night, in my opinion, Candice went overboard. So she wants to say, she can't take this. Michael has white privilege. And then she tells her husband off, and she's constantly telling her husband off, which I think is disrespectful. Listen, husbands and wives should be thick as thieves. They should be in the situation together. And even if she felt a certain way, she should wait to speak to him behind closed doors. And especially because they are filming and she knows that. And some people may think, well, her husband, Chris, he does things too. But I think everything that he does is to calm her down, to shut her up, to speak reason into her. To me, he's always now seems to be the level head one to say, listen, Candice, calm down. You don't have to respond to everything that someone says to you. And to sit there and just blow up and say, this man has white privilege. Her husband is trying to go around and make amends with everybody. And before he can even make amends with them, she's dropping a bomb on the situation and blowing up the bridge. It's pure insanity. So I'm just, last night, Candice lost me. I think she's a wild child. I think she's a wild card. I think no one can tame her, not even her husband. And to me, a wife should respect her husband. And I'm not talking about no crazy, thing where, oh, you should work and come home and cook everything and clean everything. And, but your husband is your king. And for you to be disrespectful to your king around other people, and then you wonder why the other people disrespect your king, well, it starts with you. So she got pissed earlier because Mia was asking her mom, Mia was asking Candice's mom, like, oh, does Chris work? Oh, is Chris getting paid? Oh, saying all these things about Chris. And so Candice gets pissed about that, but you start the groundwork for people being disrespectful to your husband. So don't wonder why he's being disrespected when you don't even respect him in public and everybody else can see it. So last night, over Candice, over her for several reasons. One, she was disrespectful to her husband. Two, I don't know who told her and why, because she has worn this thing on her head several different times, but different versions of it. That beanie, that whatever she's putting on her head, I don't know who told her that it was cute and that it was high level fashion and that you should wear this to a wedding renewal. She got an F for me last night in that outfit. Did not like it. I especially didn't like it because I didn't like her attitude. So I'm over Candice. And although I do not agree, and I never will agree with someone putting their hands on someone else, Candice is she's just begging for people to disrespect her, and when someone disrespects you, the other things trickle along after that. So that's what I have about Candice last night. So who do I have on here? I have Robin next. Whew. Here's the thing about Robin. Robin did not have a storyline. And in some cases, that's okay, right? Because you can maybe insert yourself in someone else's storyline and you can survive. So Robin has no storyline. And every time she had a scene with Juan, she wanted to talk about how he didn't change diapers 13 years ago. Well, a lot of men didn't. And my thought process in my head, I don't know much about Juan, but I'm thinking at that time when you had your children, was he at the height of his career? Was he super busy? And were you a stay-at-home mom? And I mean, listen, relationships are a give and take. If you was a stay-at-home mom and he was super busy with his career and he was making all the money, and don't forget, I don't know how it happened, but I'm guessing right now he was making all the money, giving it to Robin. Then Robin messed up and had this family friend or whatever, and the family friend stole all their money. So Robin, what do you want? You want this man to go out, work all day, make the money, hand it over to you. You lose the money, and you want him once he get home to change his diaper, feed the kids. What do you want? It has to be a give and take. And then not only that, it's 13 years later. After you get past that point, is he involved with the kids now? Does he hang out with them? Does he take them to, basketball or soccer practice or whatever, or karate? Is he eating dinner with them at night? Is he feeding them? I don't know. I felt like she kept recycling back to that same thing and that same subject line every time we seen them together. I'm going to need her to move on. But let's move on to Mia. Not much with Mia and G last night. They look good together. Mia and G, they are who they are, and it is what it is. But I did like Mia's outfit, and G looked fine. Let's go to Ascala and her husband. It is what it is with them. Not too many words from them last night, but we didn't get too many words from them or her during the season, so I wasn't expecting like a miracle last night. Ashley is Ashley, but let's talk about Michael. Michael is out of control. Michael, he likes his drinks, and hey, it is what it is, and that's what it is. Michael not wanting to just squash this beef with Chris is absolutely insanely ridiculous. And the fact that Juan, so we might as well talk about all this trio together. The fact that Juan had to go over and be the mediator, and then Michael does this makeup with Chris because Juan asked him to, and then Juan hugs him, but now Juan has to leave the event early, and pretty much instead of him hugging his wife goodbye, he pretty much almost tells her like deuces. And well, I can't say wife, right? Fiance. You tell her deuces, but yet you just hugged Michael, and you can't hug your wife to say goodbye and to say that you're off to work. Well, the question is for me, was he really off to work? So, and Robin didn't know you had to work? Do y'all live together? You don't say, babe, I'm coming to the wedding. I'm going to be late, but I have to leave early because I have to go to work. I hope the reunion, we get some answers and some resolution to this situation. I don't know what's going on. I just feel like something's going on. You get there late. You can hug Michael. You can't hug Robin. And then you're just like deuces. And she had no clue that you needed to run off to go to work. But let's carry on. So Well, before I carry on, before I move on with Robin and Awan, um, their relationship as it's playing out or as it played out for us is a disaster. And I don't think Juan is coming to the reunion. This would be his second reunion in the role where he did not show up. So what we need from Robin is to call Juan while they're at this reunion and get some questions answered for us, because this is ridiculous. But I'll carry on. I'll leave those alone now. So Karen, it was unfortunate that her daughter couldn't make it to the wedding. I thought she looked amazing. The dress was absolutely gorgeous. The staircase that they had to go up for the drinks, and that she had to come down and go up so she could meet her husband on top of the staircase so they can get married. It seemed like a lot, but she made it up the stairs and she made it back down. I think that it was fine that cocktail hour or the drinks were upstairs. I think that Karen should have stayed on level 1 to get married or to renew their vows. That's what I think should have happened. It was nice that her son walked her down the aisle, even though he felt like I felt like he didn't want to be there, but it was nice. So I appreciate it. I'm always here with these reunion shows, not reunion shows, with these, the season finale being something like over the top and big. I think that she looked amazing. I think that, Ray looked good. I feel like they were extremely happy, and I like what I saw. So I forgot, I got to talk about Wendy real quick. When you're so pressed to constantly show happiness, okay? I got it at first. Like, I thought this whole season, she looked amazing. Every time we saw her, she looked amazing. I mean, her skin is beautiful. Her makeup is flawless. The hair, I don't care if it's wigs or whatever it is, always looked good to me in every single scene she was in. I think her outfits was just on point. Her body is on point. But last night, she messed up. When you wear a dress that you have to slit her in the back seat and pretty much lay down, which is so dangerous in and of itself because you don't have a seatbelt on. But when you go to an event, you can't sit down, you can't move. It's just stupid. Now, I have been to events where I told my friends, like, listen, I got maybe one piece of chicken I could eat and a sip of water, and then I'm probably going to have to loosen this up or I'm going to bust out of it. But I have never walked out with something where it was so tight that I couldn't even walk or get in the car, and that I constantly had to hold it up or pull it up. That just made no sense to me. Last night, Wendy got a F with that outfit. I mean, beautiful color, and it complemented her skin really well. But you couldn't get the seamstress to let an inch of this dress out on both sides or something so that you can walk, talk, breathe, and sit down and dance at an event that is going to be all of the above. She couldn't have possibly even stuck a piece of chicken in her mouth. How uncomfortable was that? And for what? Messy. Anyway, guys, did you see the finale? If so, chat with me in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think about Wendy wearing that ridiculously tight dress? Candice, are you done with her? Are you still hanging in with her? Listen, I feel bad in some sense because I was totally team Candice, but now I'm over it. How do you feel about Robin and Wong? I don't like the way it's playing out on TV. And listen, I'm not trying to cut nobody's, finances, nobody's bag, nobody's check. But I don't know, do they really want this money that bad that they're willing to have it appear on the screen that this is their life? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, but hey, listen, it is what it is, right? And what do you think about the vow renewal? I thought it was really nice. Oh, and I forgot Giselle. Giselle playing it off as if she was dating someone. And then she holds the bag up and says she's dating someone like she doesn't want any of us to hear. But then they made sure that they put on the, with how they do with the finales, and they put like a pretty much a little caption of where they now, and they want to put that she is no longer dating this mystery person. Oh, they did that. So when she gets to the reunion, there could be no questions about this mystery person because the mystery person already disappeared. It's just so ridiculous at this point. And, you know, honestly, what I think with Giselle, what they should do is why don't they just have her do some type of dating website or something like that? Why don't she do a season with that versus all of this other nonsense, and again, not having a storyline for us? Have a storyline where you get on some dating app and you start dating some of these people off the app, even if it's not going to be serious for you, even if it's something that you're just doing for the show. Like, come on, Giselle, I can't do this anymore with the no storyline. Anyway, guys, chat with me in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.